Unfortunately, the video ran out of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip over the last task and just keep going forward. So I'm going to just go ahead and read the next scenario in line, which is scenario 3. It's actually 2, but we're going to go ahead and skip the second one just to make this a little bit quicker. Scenario 3 is speaking with friends. They mention how much fun they had in New York. You've never been to the city, so you want some more information about the city for future vacation planning. Using the website, look for further information about New York. Find out what the popular airports are.
Okay, scroll down because I remember something about popular cities. So you scroll down on the homepage, you go, New York is listed, so you click on New York. And then right away it's talking about New York, it's like the different things you can visit, what sets them apart from other cities and stuff. And then your popular airports, it says important airports for New York. And then it lists like the 3 main ones, JFK Airport, Newark, and LaGuardia. And then after that, it's just talking about places to stay, things to do, related travel guides, and frequently asked questions.
Okay, great. Do you feel like that's in a good location for the website if you were looking for that information?
Not really. I only remembered the popular cities because of having scrolled down earlier. Otherwise, I wouldn't know where to look.
Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and give you scenario number 4, and we'll try to get through this one. You've heard that Rome to Rio offers travel guides for users to read. While looking into future vacation plans, you've decided to see if there are any plans on the website that may help you find cheaper transportation. Using the travel guides available, find the affordable routes that Flixbus goes to and how much it costs. I think there's a typo here. It should have been popular routes, perhaps, instead of affordable. So if you can just find the routes that Flixbus goes to, that'd be great. Just go ahead and let me know what you're thinking and why you're clicking on what you're doing.
Okay, well, it's talking about travel guides, yet at the top it doesn't have travel guides listed. You have transport, tickets, hotels, cars, then you have more. So then you click on more. Travel guides is the first thing that pops up. So to me, that's not exactly in a good place because you have to do an extra click to get to where you need to be. Then the first thing that catches my eye is the Flixbus review, because it's talking about Flixbus and then you're wanting to find out the popular routes and stuff, how much it costs. Let's just click read more. You have quick links that you can click on to get to where you need to go a little bit faster. The one that sticks out is where does Flixbus go? So then you click on it and then it says that there's hundreds of destinations, mainly through Western Europe. It said it's a German company. It says that there's 2,000 destinations across 29 countries, and there's a Europe and USA Flixbus route map. So it's showing that it runs in Europe, it shows that it runs in the USA, and yet the only popular routes listed are in Europe. You have Copenhagen, London, Berlin, Zurich, places like that, but and then it can connect to Paris, and then Amsterdam, Florence, things like that, but not exactly helpful if you're in the US because it doesn't list any of those cities. And then you're wanting to know how much it costs. Well, it starts out by saying probably not that much. Well, that's not exactly a good way to start out on a travel website of sorts. And it's also not helpful if you're in the US because it's only showing what the price is in euros. I don't know what the equivalent to that is in our currency, but it's not exactly friendly, user-friendly if you're in the US trying to figure out Flixbus.
Okay. Is this where you would think what a travel guide would be like or where it should be?
No, I felt like it was pretty hidden because you had to do an extra click to even get to the travel guides. And also, like, looking back, before you click on anything about Flixbus, you just start scrolling down. These literally look like blog posts. And it just looks like an amateur did it. It didn't look like there was much thought put into it, and it also seems like there's a lot of bias because this says 5 spectacular Spanish festivals you can't miss this summer. This is talking about how to plan an amazing trip around Scandinavia, 3 fantastic day trips from Lisbon, the Thailand islands loved by locals. It's all biased because it's trying to sway you in a certain way to get you to go to those places, and there's a story behind why they're listing those things. They want to get you intrigued so that you'll plan a trip to those places, but that's just based off of what somebody says. That's not exactly based off of maybe your own research and looking up like popular places that you would actually want to go.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the last scenario that we have on the list. Scenario number 5. It's actually number 4, I think, since we skipped one. Congratulations, you're on your dream vacation backpacking in Europe. Unfortunately, you missed your flight home and need to rebook a new flight. You still want to use Rome to Rio to do so, but need the prices in euros. Find out how to convert ticket prices into euros. If you can go back to the home page and just try to find out how to convert something. So if you're looking for that, what would your natural first instinct be on where to find it and why?
I'm not exactly sure. I know I didn't really get anywhere earlier whenever I clicked on tickets because that was too confusing and it wasn't very helpful. And you can't really click on that either. Well, that's not helpful. You can click on stuff for the train. You can click on stuff for the bus and the ferries, but not the flight. Okay, well then that just totally messed up my plans. I guess you click on tickets, but then that's not really going to help me.
You don't actually have to do it, but you do have to find out how to do it.
Okay. Well, over here it says... Okay, so this is our dollar, the US dollar, and then euros, because it's talking about currency over here, because you have Australian dollar, euros, pounds, and our dollars. Click on euros.
Okay, what made you click on that?
That was the only other thing I hadn't tried yet.
Okay. Okay, great. Thanks for all of that. That's exactly what I needed. let me just double check on our time real quick, make sure we don't run out of time again. I think we're still good for another 5 minutes. So, real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and ask you a few questions, and then wrap up, and you can ask me any questions that you have. So, do you feel like the website is well made and it fits its need well? What do you feel like stood out as far as any issues you had or complications or any questions you might have?
To me, it's not very well. I mean, it tries to appear that it's well made, but when you have to click on extra things to get to where you need to be and things aren't clearly labeled, like you have to literally click around on the site to figure out how to change currency and things like that. Also, like figuring out how to get from point A to point B, that's also confusing.
So you felt like transportation was a little confusing?
Transport tickets, the tickets don't make any sense.
What do you think the difference between transport and tickets are?
This is showing you, like, how to get from point A to point B, and then the different ways that you can get there. Tickets would be, like, that's another thing that's a little wonky.
Do you feel like that's confusing?
Yeah. Because you should automatically search, like, it should come up with, like, different transportation, like how to get there from plane, train, bus, stuff like that. Tickets, what exactly is that? Like a ticket for what?
Okay.
That's not exactly
clear. Do you have anything else that stood out real quick? And then we'll just wrap up.
I don't know, like, the only things that seemed somewhat okay is, like, if you click on popular cities, then you can get some actual information to pop up instead of it being a guessing game, because I don't like having to do a whole lot of guessing, but also I don't want a lot of things. It just seems like there's a lot of things that are uncertain when you're using the site.
So would you use this site?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's not very easy to navigate. There's way too many things that are confusing.
Okay.
Like if you're using like Expedia or another travel site, or you're like literally just looking flights up on like Delta or American, United, things like that, everything's cut and dry.
Do you have any questions for me? All right.
Not really.
Thank you very much for helping me out with this assignment. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.